Guten Tag, heute reden wir auf Deutsch, denn Deutschland tritt heute Abend Argentinien in den Arsch und wir werden Weltmeister. No, I just was kidding. Some people might understand me, but Germany freaking rules. We are going to kick Argentina's ass some seriously tonight. And yeah, no. Welcome to episode 3 of Evolution of Sound presents Teknoclash. We are going to talk about reverb in depth. We are not going over a finished project of mine, so I'm starting something from scratch. We make a little MIDI, a little preset and how to apply reverb. This episode will be a bit shorter because Germany is kicking Argentina's ass tonight. So I'm a bit in hurry. No, I'm not in hurry. I'm doing just for you people. And yeah, let's have a look what we can do with reverb, how important reverb is, and the most important thing about reverb is how to apply it that it's not muddy. So keep your fingers crossed for Germany tonight. I'm counting on your support. So welcome back people to Evolution of Sound presents Teknoclash episode number 3. So we are going to talk about reverb. As I told you, I've prepared a preset for Massive, which I've done like a couple of minutes ago. I will put it on my Facebook page as download so you can use it for your pleasure. I've made a lot of stuff with the macros here, and you have it as a plug, but you can change it to a super saw with some delay and stuff. So I hope you enjoy that one. So what we are going to do now is I'm going to search for a little melody what we can use for this one. So if it's not working on the first try, please excuse me, and I have to excuse my girlfriend, which forgot the microphone, so maybe the sound quality is not that good. She's just showing me the finger beyond the camera. Not that funny. No, but maybe there are some sound problems because the microphone we forgot in the apartment, and yeah. So I'm going to search for a little melody which we can use. So the sound is now pretty dry because we have not applied the reverb. As you can see, this is my basic preset where I start with. There are a couple of instances from the Virus TI like Spire, Massive and Silence 1. And I have here like a basic FX channel stuff, but this I've explained to you in the first episode, so if you want to know what I use, go to episode 1 and look it and watch it. So I'm looking now for a melody. Okay, this one. Yeah, this one we can use. I'm trying to record it quickly and then a little quantize and stuff, so then we can work with that one. So let's see what we have here. I'm doing more metal with not quantize function because I know that there are some shit's going on often with quantizing. So this one we can quantize. No, that's what I need. Let's see how it sounds. Was a mistake. So I'm going to make a length like 8. Show this. So maybe this one's working on. We'll patch it. There, this and Java. Quickly. That one is working for our stuff here. So we have the preset here. Like I told you, you can use it as a plug then. And you can make it with one macro pretty huge. But now it's all very dry, so we are going to apply some reverb. I have here some finished FX channels, but they are with the UAD Lexicon 224 reverb, which is related to the Apollo hardware. So some of you might not have it. So I'm going to make a new FX channel. So this is important. It's in Studio One, it's not a bus, it's an FX channel. So I call this Reverb. And first thing what we apply is, in this case, because I guess a lot of people have it from you, it's the Valhalla room. It's, in my eyes, the best, not DSP, necessary UAD reverb which is out there. What I do then is I'm going to add a binaural pan. It's for the stereo wideness of it, because you want the reverb on the sides, not in the middle. And then I apply a fab filter, EQ. You can use the EQ, you can use whatever EQ you want. What I do is I cut like 100 Hertz, the low frequencies of the reverb. But I'm going to get back to that EQ when we have applied it to the massive, because there is a little stuff what is pretty cool to know. Then we are going, no, not this one, we are going to add a compressor. That is a pretty cool technique, which I explained also in the first episode. The basic reason because of why I'm adding a compressor is because of the sidechain function. It's a pretty cool technique which I've learned from Headhunters, and he explained it in a pretty easy way. It's like you have the MIDI of the melody, which is the trigger for the sidechain of the compressor. So when the note is played, the reverb is clean, and the decay and the tail of the reverb just starts when the note is done, so that you have just like a decay, so the note is clean. That's pretty cool. Then what I do is I put an LFO tool as last thing in the chain, and what I've done here, I have this little curve so that the reverb is also getting sidechained, because when the kick is kicking in, you want nothing on the kick, on the attack of the kick. So, but there is the reverb again. What you can do is you can basically, there is no secret recipe for the perfect reverb setting. You have to find it, because every sound is different, and when you apply it to different sounds, it's you have to find every time a different preset. So what we're going to do now is we apply it to this melody. We are looking here. There is the channel reverb. You have to decide which send amount you take. Now you can hear it's way more wet, and in this case it's a bit too much. So what I want to show you is now that here I apply also sidechain from the reverb, and I make it like this, so you can see when I hit the note on the keyboard, it's getting reduced by 5.28 dBs. So when I make this bigger, it's getting more sidechain, of course. So when we let now the melody play, you can see here it's pumping, and what I want to show you now is it's a pretty impressive thing. I'm soloing now only the reverb. Now you hear only the mud, the wet signal, and you can see here that is the frequencies which are going through the reverb channel. Sometimes it sounds muddy because of the frequency region of 200 till 300 Hertz. So what you can do is you can reduce it by 1 till 2 dB. So now we just hear them. And you hear there it's pretty metallic or synthetic sounding or digital, and you don't want that, because there you can see here are the biggest peaks of it. So then you reduce it just, and then in most of the cases the muddy problem is gone. So when we hear it now, So now you can see it's like, it's due to the side chaining, the note is clean. And you just hear the decay of the reverb. And when the next note kicks in, like when the bar is over and the second part of the melody starts, then it's clean again, so it's better for your mix. And yeah, reverb is sometimes a bitch because it muddy up your sound. And when you do that, it's pretty bad for your mixing, and yeah, it's not cool. So every reverb works pretty much the same. You have the mix amount, and when you do it over a send channel, you have to put it on 100%. Then there is the pre-delay. The pre-delay decides how long it takes to kick in the reverb. So you can make it to 0 when you want the reverb immediately, or you can make it like I do. I put it like on 130 milliseconds. But not specific on that project. It's just my preset, which I found is a good starting point. So I reduce it. You have the decay, which decides how long the reverb stays. For a melody and for a lead sound and a breakdown, it's always cool to have a longer decay. When you're producing like big room stuff, you have to drop, and then you have to have a shorter reverb. That's why I have here multiple reverb sends. And yeah, then is there the high cut. That means at which frequency the stuff get cutted away, and the depth. The depth is how huge or big the reverb is on the stuff. So it's like pretty much nothing, and then it's going big. Then you have here like late size, late cross, mod rate, mod depths. It's also some little parameters which you can tweak, the bass multiple and bass crossover. I don't like low frequencies in my reverb, that's why I cut them also here with the fab filter. Again, that region from 200 to 300 Hertz is a lot of mud in, so you can reduce it by 1 or 2 dB in a EQ on a send channel. That's a good one, and this works for me pretty well. And of course, as I told you, the binaural pan, so to put the reverb on the sides, because you don't want reverb in the center. In the center there's just happening bass, and that's the only thing what should happen in the center, bass, in my opinion. And it's like I told you in the beginning, I made this preset for you like some minutes ago before we started recording the episode. It's pretty cool because you have here the cutoff, which is also with an envelope, and you have the pitch saw, so you might remember that from Hartwell or other guys. So you can put it in the background, or you can make it back again. As a normal saw, you have the stereo whiteness. You can delay, a clipper, so it's and you can use it as a plug, which sounds with reverb pretty cool. And then you're just going to make it huge. You can download the full preset from my Facebook page. So yeah, that was what I want to explain you about reverb, how I apply my reverb. So we go over again a little fast. First things first, reverb on a FX channel or on a send channel. Then you go to the binaural pan to make some stereo whiteness. Then you go to the fab filter or any other EQ of your choice. I'm loving the fab filter stuff. And you can you low cut it at 100 Hertz, and then you just look for the muddy frequencies between 200 and 300 Hertz. Then you're going to apply a compressor with side chaining, where the side chain is getting triggered from your MIDI from the melody. After it, you put an LFO tool, because when the decay of the reverb stays, you want that also side chain, because your kick is running and running and running most of the times. Yeah, that was reverb. So this was Evolution of Sound presents Teknoclash episode 3. We've talked about reverb and how to apply reverb in a right way that it's not going to mud up your mix. What we are going to do with episode 4, I don't know it yet, but I'm counting on you guys that you drop me a line in the comments below, or you check out my Facebook page. It's www.facebook.com/Teknoclash, where you also can download the preset from Massive, what we have used in this episode. It's a pretty cool one because you can use all the macros, and I've assigned every little shit for you. And yeah, so I want to thank all of you guys for supporting me. Some people are asking me where my music is and why cannot be found on SoundCloud or somewhere else. There are 2 tracks. It's one dedicated to ZenWorld track, where I've just used the ZenWorld series presets for Silence 1. That was a little challenge between ZenWorld and me. You definitely should check out his presets and his sound banks. They are worth it, and please not torrent them. Please support some hard work from that guy and going to buy them. And yeah, some people are, like I told you, asking me where my music is. The reason why I'm not publishing my music public is that it's pretty simple, because I'm going to start a label with yeah, I don't want to sound it's strange to explain. There are some bigger guys from Holland who wants to start a label with me, so I'm going to get my own label with a lot of support from outstanding producers, and we are currently busy with all the graphic stuff and all that. Everything gets rolling, so I keep you updated about this, where you can buy my music in future. And I want to thank everybody from you, because like 5,000 people who watched the first 2 episodes are amazing in my eyes. I really appreciate it. And yeah, like I told you, what we're going to do in episode 4, it's up to you guys. Drop your comment, show some love, and share that video, or share my Facebook page. I appreciate every support from you guys. And yeah, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We see us again in 2 weeks. Bye.